In your own time, action.
Give me your gun. I don't think that's a good idea.
It has all the elements that you'd look for in an action movie. It's got car chases and fight scenes and gunplay. People hitting each other as hard as they can. You know, that kind of stuff.
Make your only mark.
Light him up!
Ready? Audio. Lots of energy. Here we go. And act. That's good. Tail stare. I prefer the dirty one, but this makes it longer. I don't particularly shoot what everybody usually considers a grounded style, which is a lot more of shaky cam and out of control stuff. Usually, when you shoot something shaky cam, it can be the most absurd thing, but because people are used to shooting from their telephones or shooting coverage that is usually out of control, that has come to falsely be tied to realism. And it's just something that we do right now because we look at telephones and that's how we think anything looks real.
You right, Ryan?
You okay, Ryan, to do it, or do you want to see where you're going?
No, I want to go.
Go, guys!
Roll sound.
Very hard to maintain an erection in this position, guys.
So it's much more harder when you've got static cameras and you go for a stylized look and just say, okay, the science of it is believable. Let's make the style of it static. And action! Okay, excellent.
Everybody feels like they're really part of something special, I think, when they're working with Tarsem. He's fantastic. I mean, his energy level is second to none. He just pours himself wholeheartedly into it. Tarsem is one of those guys that you just want to bleed for.
Ryan is a great fight partner, but I think he's got a foot taller than what I remember. What really makes stunts amazing is not just the skill, but it's pliable to real life. And one of the things that I remember Tarsem said, he says, look, you just make it real. You can just bite Damien or you can chew him up like Mike Tyson. Sorry, Mike.
The key here will be for this particular one.
Mark, who is an ex-military guy who has seen a lot of action in the Middle East.
Action!
We did a fight sequence with him and a couple of the mercenary guys. As he comes out, he's confronted with a couple other guys, and he ends up taking them out and jumping over the back of this car.
And action!
Natalie Martinez also got quite involved in a lot of the action. She got to do a little scuffle with one of the mercenaries, so she got to do some fight stuff there.
Madeline's a very strong person. She buried her husband, and what she thought she buried her husband. She's had to take care of her daughter on the farm after he's passed, and she's one of those girls that I feel can kind of hang in there, you know, very tough. She'll do what she has to do to keep her family okay.
In your own time, action.
No!
Very quiet and still.
Action.
Same thing with the ending sequence. He comes and rescues her, but then she's involved in all the shootout that as they're leaving the complex. So she got involved in quite a bit of the action, yeah. I always prefer to do things practically. Obviously, as a stunt guy, you always kind of want to try and pull things off and, you know, be proud of your work. So this movie's been a great opportunity for that because Tarsem really likes to try to do everything in camera.
Then we're back in this configuration here. He blows his window out. He reacts to it. This guy's back in here. You should see him in Damien's over.
And basically, it's this way, Damien looking at that guy and his back
Then
right
we'll give him
window
a cue. Bam! To react to the back window and go back.
Tarsem's vision is definitely different. and his style is definitely different than what I'm used to with action movies, or even as a second-unit director. You know, we're so used to shooting things long lens to make things look closer than they really are and all that kind of stuff, where Tarsem likes to use much wider lenses and do a much more classic style, which is really great because you have to do the action real and make it all work practically, and that's great. It's a great exercise in precision.
This is the position that we think the impact happens on. So let's go to each camera. The camera that's back there. So you are following this car.
This is the climax of the car chase. We're doing a head-on double cannon. Two vehicles that will just be attached to each other. One vehicle playing chicken with it. The front vehicle veers out, pitching the back vehicle into a head-on T-bone.
This one's just going to roll over on its side with the driver. And over here we have the BMW. We'd like this to do a barrel roll over the Challenger. It's over here with the cow catcher. We have special effects and stunts involved.
They're setting lenses, and then we can bring the vehicles in and set them in their ideal impact point.
Yes.
And then we can start doing run-ups.
Good.
Okay.
There we go. Great job, man. Fucking test. Nice job, brother.
Went well. Very happy with that.